Hello and welcome back to Colony Airdrops. So today we are diving into a beginner's guide on crypto nodes. We'll cover everything from setting them up to managing Docker, pods and much more. So before we get started, make sure to subscribe our channel and join our Telegram for more updates. Okay, so I've made some list, some topics, which is like a basic topics. Okay, so let's start. So first is what are the types of nodes. Okay, so consider two types of nodes. Okay, in one type of node you will get like a light client node, miner node or worker node, and the other is validator node. Okay, so validator nodes are much more complex to set up. Okay, so in this video I will be not showing you, I will not be talking about validator nodes, and we will actually see how I set up a smaller node. Okay, a light node. So second thing is for PC and VPS. Okay, for PC you can use WSL. Okay, you can use WSL in order to use like Ubuntu on your Windows. Okay, so what you can do is like let's say I personally don't use PC. Okay, so the reason being I generally prefer VPS is I do not want, like let's say if any of the file is corrupted. Okay, you are trying to set up a node and any of the file is corrupted, then your whole PC might be will get corrupted. Okay, so I don't take the risk of running any node on my personal machine. Okay, that's why I use a VPS. VPS are not that costly as well, hardly around $5 or $4 it will cost you for per month. Okay, for a smaller VPS, and then it will range. The range will be different based upon the hardware requirements and the storage, etc. Okay, so for PC user what you can do is you can directly search on YouTube. Okay, directly search about how to install WSL, like how to run Ubuntu using WSL. Okay, simple thing. Watch any video and you will be good to go. Okay, so I personally use VPS. I usually buy VPS from Contabo. Okay, because they are cheaper, or else you can use PQ hosting as well. Okay, PQ hosting as well. Okay, PQ hosting. So generally for this Contabo thing is you cannot pay via crypto. Okay, you need to use either credit card or PayPal. Okay, but for PQ hosting you can use crypto. Okay, to buy any VPS server. Okay, so same thing, like if you want to buy, it's your choice if you want to go for Contabo or if you want to go for PQ hosting, doesn't matter. You can watch any of the videos, just search here how to buy a VPS from PQ hosting or how to buy a VPS from Contabo. I will show you how to buy a VPS from Contabo. Okay, so I usually you select go here, select cloud VPS. Okay, then click on based on your requirements. Okay, based on your the node requirement. So every other node, every project node will have a different set of requirements of hardware requirements. Okay, so some might ask you for 16 GB RAM or 8 GB RAM, or some might ask you for 64 GB RAM. Okay, so based on that you can select your VPS. Okay, so I will show you this cloud VPS one. Okay, click on select. So generally I buy for 3 months, because like if you buy for more months it will obviously gonna save you some money. Okay, keep this at same United States. Okay, for storage type I will generally prefer 400 GB SSD. Okay, so 100 GB NVMe is like a small storage, but NVMe is much faster than SSD. Okay, but for small, like 100 GB is very small. Okay, but if you are running multiple nodes, 3-4 nodes, it might like some requirements will not be up to date. Okay, so I generally prefer 400 GB SSD. Okay, then you shift this to 22.04 Ubuntu to 22.04. then your username will be set as root. Okay, then you generate your password. Okay, just type any password that you want. Okay, and then no need to configure this. Click on next, and then you can pay. Okay, you can connect and you can pay. Okay, That's it for this. So like I said, every node will have a different set of requirements. Okay, so every node will have different set of requirements. So that can be hardware requirement or storage requirement. Okay, so let's see for Chasm network node that we ran. So this is how I usually go. Okay, so let's say if I want to run any node, so I will first check their documents. Okay, so I will search where is the node command. Okay, so I can see this is Chasm Scout season 0. Okay, we'll click on here, Chasm Inference Scout. Okay, so basically every doc is up to date. Okay, so first of all you should read this doc before you proceed to run node. Okay, so see, they have written their server requirements are 1 version CPU, 1 GB RAM, and they suggested that at least it should be 4 GB RAM. Okay, so you will buy the VPS based on these requirements. Okay, based on this requirement you will buy your VPS. So I personally feel that if you want to run multiple node, you should go for this Cloud VPS. Do not buy this Cloud VPS 1 because you cannot run more than 1 or 2, maybe 2 or 3 nodes. Okay, so generally prefer this Cloud VPS 2. Okay, so next thing is basics of CLI. Okay, command line interface. So what is command line interface is like, okay, first before that, let's say once you buy a VPS, okay, once you buy a VPS from Mandavo, you will get your IP address. Okay, so I'm using Termius to, okay, I'm using Termius, as you can see the name here, Termius software. Okay, so you can download this Termius software from Chrome, Google. Okay, so let's say you want to set up your VPS, click on new host. So add your IP address that it will once you buy the VPS, it will give you an IP address. Okay, click type your IP address here. Username, as I showed you, it was root. Okay, root, and then type the password that you set. Okay, then click on connect. Okay, discard changes. So for basics of CLI is you should know some basics on how to navigate through your VPS and how to run Ubuntu server. Okay, I will open one of my VPS. Okay, so what you need to do is go to any website. Okay, just search. Okay, okay, just search basics of CLI on Google. It will redirect you to, and you can use any of this website to learn at least some basic knowledge. Okay, at least to get some basic knowledge of how CLI works, how to create a folder, how to delete a folder, how to go further in one directory, and how to go backwards. Okay, so these are some basics CLI command. I will provide this link in our Telegram channel, this link. Okay, so you can learn this. Okay, so like ls gives you the list of directory. Okay, so once you type ls here, it will give you a list of directory in your folder, as you can see. Okay, so we generally use Docker and screens to run our node. Okay, so in same way you can learn this about screen using Google as well. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, whenever you are stuck somewhere, whenever you get an error while trying to run node, what you need to do is you need to first Google the error. Okay, Google what you are trying to do, Google the code. Okay, search on Google. If you do not understand, go to that project Discord. Okay, go to the project Discord and ask the admin. Okay, so they will help. They have every project has a separate channel where you can ask doubts. Okay, so you should go there and ask what you are trying to do, and you should explain. You should be able to explain. How will you be able to explain? Once you try to understand this basic command. Okay, once you have read their docs. Okay, That way you will be able to explain what you are trying to do, what error you are getting, and how you and then they will be able to help you. Okay. So this Docker and ports, you should learn these basics using your, either you can use ChatGPT, YouTube, or maybe let's say Google something. Okay. So let's say for Docker, we use Docker PS to list the running Docker containers. Okay. Then we use Docker PS-A to check all of the running and the stop containers. Okay. Then we have some basic command that Docker stop. These are, you can see this orchestrator, IPFS, these are name of the containers. Okay. And these are the numbers, container ID. Okay. So can you either use container ID or container name. Okay. So let's say if I want to stop this node, see this Jimmy Wilson, then I will copy it, paste it here, hit enter, and this will stop the container. Okay. Similarly, you can restart. Once stopped, you can restart the container with the same name. Okay. So these are some basic commands that you should at least learn while as a beginner if you are running a node. For example, these ports. Okay, Docker ports. Someone asked me the question about ports. Okay. So I also didn't know much about it. Okay, ports. So how did I manage it is, I was trying to run this, it was in my second VPS, wait. Okay, I was trying to run Unichain node. Okay, so I was trying to run Unichain node, and this Unichain, as you can see, this container I have Unichain. Okay, so let me go inside that container, cd Unichain. So we use Nano to open this file. Okay, Nano is like, we use Nano to open any file. Okay, any text file or any Docker Compose 5ml file or any Python file. Okay, so if you don't have Nano, let's say if you don't have any software, this is how you install: sudo apt install and the software name. Okay, so let's say if at any point that software is not installed, this VPS, this Ubuntu will only give you command on how to install it. Okay, so you don't have to much think about it. So first, let's say, let me show you this. Okay, Docker compose.yml. So as you can see, I have these ports. Okay, these ports. So generally what, when I was trying to run this Unichain node, I was getting a daemon error. Okay, that my port is already in use. That's 303 port is already in use. So I didn't also know how to do it. So what I did was, first I check Google or YouTube. If I don't understand, I will copy the whole code. Okay, so I will copy the whole error. Okay, once you run this command, okay, once you trying to run, whenever you get an error, you copy the whole error and search it on Google and see if there is a solution to it. Okay, or you can ask in the Discord as well. Okay, or you can ask us in our Telegram channel as well. So what I was trying to do is, I was trying to switch this port. Okay, so I was trying to check. Okay, so just check it with ChatGPT. Okay, how to check used ports in Ubuntu. So ChatGPT will actually give you code as well. Okay, so then you use this code and check if what port it is using, what port the other project is using. Okay, then you can copy this. Also, one thing is, like, you can copy this whole command. Okay, this whole Docker Compose file and give it to ChatGPT. Okay, and you can give this error as well. Okay, once you get this error, copy the error, copy this code and give it to ChatGPT and say solve it. Okay, then it will show and it will actually solve it. That's how I got past this port error in daemon. You can watch our video. Okay, I have explained already about this in our video. Wait a second. In our recent Unichain video. Okay, I have already explained this on our recent Unichain video about ports. Okay, so next thing is credentials. Okay, so whenever you run a node, if for any node there is a credentials, which means there is a private key involved, then definitely you should save it. Okay, definitely you should back up at first your private key or any other key or any other code that you have. So how do you do it is, if you are using Terminus, okay, you can see this SFTP. Okay, go to SFTP. So let's say I'm using PQ hosting. Okay, you can see these credential files. Okay, so let's say if I want to back up this file. Okay, so this is my local machine C directory. I can just drag and drop the file here. Okay, so next is like how I proceed while trying to run a node. Okay, so let's go to any node. Okay, project, let's go to HemiMiner node. So first of all, you will see a document like this. Okay, welcome to Hemi docs. Okay, so I will search where is the command. Okay, where is the tutorial. So you can see how to tutorial using Hemi. I can see this is pop mining and this CLI pop miner. Okay, so I found it. So first of all, I will read this. Okay, so most of the document already contain every single step that you need to do in order to run a node. Okay, so here it says download a pre-built binary. Then I will open this, then I will download it, then I will use SFTP to transfer that file that I downloaded in my local machine to my VPS. Okay, then they have already given the command to extract that file. So this is a zip file. Okay, so you need to extract that file. Okay, so then I will check, I will read each and every line. Okay, I will read each and every line how to see. We are using CD in order to go into that directory. And the next step, they have said that on Mac you will need to so this command is only for Mac. So you'll know if you are using any VPS on Ubuntu, we don't need to run this command. Okay, we will directly use this command. So they have already said that this is just for Mac only. Okay, so similarly you need to run every single line. Okay, so at any point of time you don't understand a line, what you can do is either you can search on our Google, or let's say you can ask in their Discord channel, or you can use ChatGPT. Okay, so I already said, see, you can open official docs, read the docs. So if official docs is confusing, you can watch our video to get an idea. Okay, or you can check with Discord if other users have already published a guide. So let's say if this guide, okay, if this official document, if official guide is quite a bit of confusing, okay, so you can directly use this, you can ask in Discord if there are other users who have published a guide, then start implementing that guide. So if you are stuck at any point of time, you can ask us in a Telegram channel or ask this Discord admin. Okay, you can ask the Discord admin. They usually, most of the times, there are some admins that will help you available at any point of time. Okay, so once you have that your node is running, you should make sure that you have saved the credentials. If there is any credentials present, you should definitely save it using this SFTP, which I have already shown you. Okay, you just copy this, drag and drop the file here. Okay, and then you should monitor your nodes. Okay, you should definitely monitor your nodes at least one time in 24 hours. Okay, if your node is running, if your node is stopped, okay, you should at least you should check your node one time. Okay, so also I have seen some people that they published a guide, like a one line guide, okay, one script guide. So as for you beginners, I would suggest to not use that guide. Okay, not use that one line script guide. So I will explain you why. Because at one point of time when I was a beginner as well, I was trying to like use this one script line. Okay, one script line. So what happened was, just when I hit that enter command, just when I ran this the command of one line script, all of my Docker containers of my previous project were deleted. Okay, so it had the script had something in it that it deleted all of my containers in order to start fresh. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that you should, as a beginner, you should not use a one-line script. Always try to read documents and get help from Discord or get help from us on our Telegram channel as well. Okay, so if you have any doubt regarding this, you can definitely ask us in our Telegram channel. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one.